Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is January 6th, 2022, and this is episode 456. Hope you guys have all survived the 1 year anniversary of the insurrection. CNN would have you believe that it was worse than 9/11 and worse than Pearl Harbor. But no, it was a demonstration of people that were not happy with the election results. Obviously, they got a little out of hand. As far as I know, no police were killed, no congressmen were killed during the actual event of it. Although they claimed there was deaths, the deaths were after the event was over. And one was, or a couple of them were like 6 months later, they were suicides, and they were claiming that was because of the insurrection. But it's hard to believe one incident is going to make you commit suicide. Anyway, I just want to say that there's a lot of people that did not vote for Biden, that were not happy with what was transpiring at the Capitol last year. They're very upset that those people were there doing that. A Buffalo Bill does not speak to those people. I don't know what that guy was doing, and those other guys doing dress up, but they're the ones that got the attention, and the rest of us, we basically got higher gas prices and all the other stuff that goes along, inflation, unsecured borders, Afghanistan. It just goes on and on and on. Just it's all wonderful. Anyway, this book is wonderful, and I'm not being facetious. I love Serial. This is Serial. This is the 9th issue. It comes in a whopping $3.99. How's that? Did you like that transition? Abstract Studios is the publisher on this, and if you get the ones in red, the red titles, that is the first printing. If it's in black, it's the second or later printing. I don't know if these are selling as well as the first ones were. The first issues were selling out. There is a trade out for the first 5 issues, and here is the cover of that trade, and it's called The Glass Tomb. Excellent. I can't recommend this enough. It is just really well done. It's my favorite Terry Moore book since Echo. And I've liked the ones in between that too, so that's saying a lot. On the cover here, we've got Zoe, who's our hero. She debuted in Rachel Rising. If you've seen that one, if you've read that one, you might recognize her. She was possessed by the devil, died, was resurrection, but she has stunted growth, so she's stayed the same 10-year-old look for 20 years. Even though mentally she's like a 30-something-year-old person. She has the wit and the wisdom of a 30-year-old. She's also can kill. She's also can, when necessary. Then we have Jenni back here. She's out of disguise now. She wears disguises. She's a serial killer. She takes out sexual predators. That's her thing. That's her big deal. We know she had a rough childhood growing up, and a mother that abused her quite a bit. Other than that, not a lot goes into the story on her background, other than that relationship with her mother, and perhaps an affair she had earlier on with a married man that seemed to just completely put her over the edge. Now, so here we have her running through the woods. It's kind of Zoe wants this. She wants to get Jenni out there so she could basically kill her, because Jenni has killed one of her best friends from 20 years earlier. So nice action shot here, nice composition. Can't say enough about it. If you're not familiar with Terry Moore, he draws, he writes, he does the lettering, he does the inking, any kind of shading. I think he gets someone else to do the coloring usually. Let's see if I don't know if it's mentioned in here or not. Usually starts out his issues with a quote from a famous person or famous quote. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. And that's from Confucius. So she's on a journey of revenge, and that's the perfect quote for this issue. She has tracked Jenni down to this nursing home where Jenni's mother is, and Jenni is there to kill her mother, as she knows that her game is pretty much up now, that she has been found out by someone. She doesn't know exactly who. So she's gone to kill her mother and then probably split town, is my thought on this. But the mother senses this. She's got dementia. The mother's got dementia. She senses she's in danger, and she tries to take out Jenni, but fails. So Jenni kicks the knife away, hits the baseboard of the wall. At the same time, a lightning strike outside. Jenni looks out the window, and she sees Zoe standing there, and Zoe's beckoning for her to come out and play. But first, Jenni's going to take care of her mom. But much to her disappointment, she realizes her mother has died. So she makes her way out to her motorbike, sees that it's been disabled by Zoe, and then this is where she starts talking with Zoe. Who are you? They get closer and closer together. Zoe has the pizza cutter that was used to kill her friend by Jenni. So, she realizes this is why she's here, is to get revenge for her friend. Jenni pulls out a little knife. Zoe has her own knife. And this is where Jenni finds out that Zoe is very dangerous, as she does a slice, kind of cuts the corners from her mouth, the kind of Joker style, and says, "Come and get me," And our chase starts during this rainy, muddy night, and Jenni's a little discombobulated because she's been totally cut off guard, and Zoe's a spry kid. She's pulling her deeper into the forest. And you can see just the wonderful drawing here. I mean, the raindrops that get in here. Terry Moore hand draws all this. He uses a brush and pen. He does not use digital at all. He's got videos, and you can go ahead and see his technique. He'll actually show you, which is really cool. He'll show you how he does his lettering too. That's all hand lettered. It's not a program. It's not a font that he's using. So just really, really wonderful work, the detail. And it's in black and white, but it doesn't need the color because your mind, the way this is drawn, your mind just fills in the colors. And it just pulls you in. It's so immersive, which is one of the things I like about it. Jenni is tricked into thinking Zoe's there. Zoe comes in from behind. We get this nice fight scene that kind of goes back and forth. Each one of them gets the upper hand. Finally, unfortunately for Zoe, she is in a bad spot. Now, Zoe found this dog. It was one of something that was stalking her, another predator. And she had actually killed the predator, found this dog. The dog was being abused by the predator, so she saved it, and this dog has grown fond of Zoe. It realizes something, it senses something is wrong and breaks out of the VW camper van here and makes its way towards, hopefully, Zoe as the rain continues to fall. And we come to the climax of this issue right up here. Get a hold of this, sorry. I don't have my tripod. This move's been really hard on me. Don't have my drawing board, don't have my tripod, so it is basically basic. Okay, so we see Zoe, she's clutching her head. Actually when she fell, she knocked her head on this. And she's able to kick Jenni in the face one last time, but then she realizes she can't get up. It appears that something's wrong with her ankle. Perhaps Jenni has cut it, or cut her Achilles heel. Looks like there's blood on the pizza cutter here. So this is where we end our issue, and it's 19 pages. We get a short gallery of a few other things here. First of all, Terry Moore, story and art. Robin Moore, his wife, is the publisher, and Brian Miller is the cover colorist on Terry Moore's drawing. So we get a short, like I said, a short gallery of Zoe here. Let's go through a couple of these pictures. Check her out. She's a formidable opponent, but she also likes to have fun. She's a kid at heart. And here's some other advertisements for some of other Terry Moore's work. Echo, which we mentioned earlier, complete editions available, 5 years. Kind of has a lot of his characters from all his stories in this one, including Zoe there. And I can't think of the gorilla's name, but it was from Motor Girl. So there's quite the expanse of characters in 5 years. And finally, the advertisement for the trade for cereal. So this is a recommend if you can't tell already. I really highly what's the word I'm looking for? Highly recommend this, but I'm also highly inspired by Terry Moore. His drawing style inspires me to draw, and of course I don't draw as well as he does, or else maybe I'd have my own comic out by now. Yeah. So thank you for stopping by and watching this review of cereal. As always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.